Hey guys, welcome back. And today we're talking about transitions, which are in fact animations, but not as cool as keyframes. We'll talk about that next time. But transitions, basically, all you need to make a transition animation is a CSS property, say color, background color, margin, border, and you need a duration, which is going to be in seconds, like 2 seconds. And that's the animation. It's going to change the property of an element, and it's going to do it in time. So I'm going to give us a transition property. And let's say we want to do the color of our div. And we need a property transition duration. And let's say 4 seconds. Now I'm going to slide this over so we can see it a little better. I'm going to save it. Now look at the square. Maybe I could have chosen another one. But if you looked really closely, you saw the words, they started off as black, but then they turned into purple. Let's try to refresh that real quick. Ugh. All right. You know what? I'm going to do something better. I'm going to do background color. Okay, let's try that. Now look at the square. I'm going to do 5 seconds instead. See, it takes 5 seconds for the background color to change. There's an animation. There's more properties that you can add on to this. But property, picking a background color or a margin, you can do it margin too, just picking out a property for the element to change and the transition duration, and you got it. See, the margin started off at 0, 0, but it's transitioning to what it had over here, 200 pixels. Now, our next transition property is delay. This, instead of duration, which the animation happens in time, delay is at the beginning. Say if you don't want your animation to happen immediately, you want it to happen after 4 seconds, let's say. And S stands for seconds, by the way. It reads seconds. You can't put minutes or milliseconds, what have you. So it's going to wait 4 seconds, and then it's going to move. That is transition delay. Our next property is transition timing function. Transition timing function, unlike transition duration, is the pace of the animation. It's all going to get there in the 5 seconds that you put in transition duration. But is it going to go really fast, or is it going to go really slow at first, then speed up? That's transition timing function. And then there's a bunch of functions that go into that are already hard-coded into CSS. So I'm going to write transition timing function. And I'm going to make this wider because even I can't read. So let's try ease. Ease is actually default. Now I can't see. There we go. Ease means slow, fast, then slow. It starts off slow, then goes fast, then it slows down once it gets to its destination. I might just write these in. So ease is slow, fast, then slow. Then we have linear, which is just constant uniform pace, doesn't go faster or slower, it's just same pace. Slow and steady. I can spell. Ease in is a slow start. I might actually give an example of that. So ease in. Okay, move this in a bit. And I'm going to get rid of our delay for right now. We don't need it. Okay, now save. So it is slow start. Let's try that one more time. So a slow start and then it gets going. Then we have ease in, out, which is sort of the opposite of our default ease. It starts out slow, it's kind of linear in the middle, and then a slow end. Slow, normal, and slow. So I'll do both of those real quick. I'll do both of those being, I'll do linear real quick. I'm gonna save that. Just slow and steady wins the race. That's linear. And I'll do ease in, out. Save that. Remember, slow, normal, slow. Slow, normal, then it slows down. And our last transition timing function, I'm not really gonna give an example because it's sort of beyond the scope of this, but it's called Cubic-Bezier. And I'll actually, let me put this inside quotes, inside comments. Cubic-Bezier. And I can tell you that it takes 4 values, x1, y1, x2, y2. But what does that mean? So actually, let me see if I can go to Cubic-Bezier. Should be, here we go. Cubic-Bezier.com. So it takes 4 different values. Basically, you can custom make your own speed curve. And if you play around with this, If you follow this line, this is linear. If you go below it, it's going slow. If you go above it, it's going fast. And if we could do a preview, I believe the pink one is our friend here. So let's go. Whoop. So yeah, the blue is ease, that's the default. This one's ours. So we have slow, and it finishes off with fast. Slow, fast. And let's do a little more duration here. 3.6 seconds. Slow and fast. So you can play around with this. Cubic-Bezier.com. Now before I finish off, I just want to show you that we don't have to do every single line of code here. There's a shorthand, thankfully. So instead of having almost 5 or 6 lines of code, we can do transition. Again, I can spell, I promise. So it takes 4 values. I'll put this in quotes, in comments. So the first value is going to be our property. Second one is going to be our duration. Next one is going to be our timing function. And the last one is going to be delay, our transition delay. So let's say, we wanted everything, and we can do, why is it doing that? All right, I'm going to delete this real quick. There we go. Say I want all of my properties to transition. We can do that. And we separate it with a space. We're going to do a 5-second duration. I want to do linear because I like linear. And let's do a 2-second delay. Let's see how that goes. I'm going to save it. Okay, so 2-second delay. Notice that everything wasn't slowly and surely, everything appears in the center of our screen. Let's do that one more time. And I'm going to give us a better view. I'm going to save it. See how everything is slowly coming into place. Everything works. Got a 2-second delay. It's linear, slow and steady, and it took 5 seconds to get there. Well, that's it for transitions. I'll see you in the next one where we're going to go over keyframes. Bye.